Good evening. Good evening, guys. Alison Clark here from Alison Clark Numerology. Welcome to this new moon broadcast. This is how I feel. My hair is frazzled. I am frazzled. This energy is insane. And I'm definitely feeling drained. Like we're outside, light with a fire, just chilling out and soaking it all up. And yeah, it feels so heavy. And I feel like I could just nod off at any minute. So let's see what happens. So we'll talk a little bit about the new moon energy and what's going on. And then we'll do a few little readings, info, share. We'll just see what comes through. So I've just worked out the numbers for today, and it's a 21-3. So the 3 is a lot about that communication of the emotions and expressing the way that you feel. So it's not surprising that today that energy was bubbling up from that base area. And for me, I could feel it like burning through the solar plexus and then coming up and just sitting here. And just then when we were sitting outside, I was tipping my head right back and just looking up at the stars, and I could just feel this tension and this density that was trying its hardest to get out of my throat. I feel like now I've got a little bit of like a lump or something in my throat. You know how that feels? And Janie said she was having the same thing today at her place. So yeah, it's very interesting. I have never ever had a full moon affect me. I keep calling it a full moon because that's what it feels like. Honestly, the energy feels, I've never been affected by a new moon like this. Typically those full moons, we all feel it. Everyone knows it's coming. But there's this massive shift that's happened, and we're all feeling it with this new moon. And I'm taking that as a really positive sign because we're going into something fresh, and it's churning up and bubbling and fizzing all of this energy in us that we typically would expect around the full moon, which is our release space. And the new moon is our intentions. It's like that little space before something is created. So I would absolutely take some time, this evening to get an idea of what it is you're feeling. Really tap into what is your body telling you in terms of the physicality. What is it that your emotions are trying to send through? And what is your spiritual connection telling you? I'm doing a hormone reset at the moment as a part of my team. So I've got a lot of things going on physically. This is where all this crazy hair is coming from. It's new hair from this hormone reset and the work I'm doing. I've had some big realizations and awakenings this week in relation to, some correlating some physical and emotional things. And then now this energy is like, what the heck? So if you're joining in, I would love to hear, like, what have you experienced, especially over this past week? Because we're more than halfway through September. I feel like we just have blinked and it's disappeared. So, hey, Sarah, I can see that you're there. Hey, Mel, major bubbling. Yes, wanting to get stuff off the chest. That's so good, Mel. That is exactly what the 3 is about. Like expressing that stuff that maybe feels heavy or maybe feels a little bit like you don't want to really get it out there and share it. It's really important when you're working under the 3 and you're looking at that emotional expression that you have a little bit of consideration around how you're actually expressing that. The 3 can be a little bit lashing or hurtful or cutting in the way it expresses itself. Not always meaningfully, like doesn't always intentionally do that. Saley, for example, if things don't go her way, she just lashes out instantly. And that's something that we're working on a lot. And I will constantly talk to her and say, you know, I'm not talking to you like that. So please don't speak to me like that. That's something really important to remember under the 3. So good to express yourself. So good to tell people how you feel, but don't do it in a way that's hurtful to other people. As in, don't go out of your way to make it come across that way. It's none of your business. Absolutely, 100%. None of your business what anybody else thinks or how anybody else takes the way you feel. It's just the way you feel. If you take care and have consideration when you express that, and somebody else is hurt by that or somebody else feels attacked by that, that's their business and they need to deal with that. And maybe you could help them get some essential oils. Hey, Rachel, how you going? Hey, Deb, I can see you're there. Hey, Amelia. Sarah, I've been feeling scared, angry, and shutting down. I've felt the anger this week. I have felt that anger big time. I have been waking up at 1 a.m., which is so typical of me in when I get in that space where I am angry, my liver starts working really hard. And then during its detox phase of a night or its rest and repair phase of a night, I wake up because I'm agitated. I get breakouts of my skin and I've been working hard on that. And also using my essential oils heaps. I've got a really fantastic protocol that I use when that happens, Sarah, and especially for the anger. The scared thing is so interesting, and I have really limited the... I don't watch any mainstream media because I just find it not in anyone's best interest. But I've also limited my exposure on social media to other people's content because I get so affected by it. I read something today and I just broke down and I just felt like my heart was going to explode and my eyes teared up and I was like, I just can't do this. And I think that happens a lot when we see and feel other people's pain and suffering. So, Sarah, I have no doubt that you're tapping into that collective consciousness and feeling that pain for other people, which is a service, but it's a slippery slope. It's a very slippery slope to go down. Isabella, hey Isabella, speaking up for myself, that's such a 3 characteristic. And the choosing your own path, that's a really strong 1 energy. So you're already picking up on the energy that's coming for October, which is so exciting. I'm really, really excited for this this new fresh energy that's going to come through. Okay, so I'm going to go through a couple more of these, but let's do a little bit more in-depth readings or, intuitive downloads, and I can share with you what comes through for you. So this is something new that I'm going to do, and I'm a little bit excited about this. I hope that you realize that I do full-on numerology consults. This is part of what I do and how I share what my gift is a personalized numerology consult. It's an hour-long chat with me over video, so it's all recorded and it's amazing. So a little birdie got in my ear and whispered and said, maybe you should be giving something like that away. So this is what we're going to do. Every month I'm going to give away a numerology consult, and I charge $90 for these. So, that's a considerable thing that I'm giving away. To go in the draw, all you need to do is jump onto these live readings or these live videos that I'll do every week and share them. Make sure you've also liked my page. And then every month, after you share it, just come in here and comment that you've shared. Drop your date of birth in and I can do a little bit of reading for you. And then every month I'll draw a winner. So it's that easy. It is that easy. So share this, comment in here that you've shared it and give me your date of birth. And then also make sure you've liked my page and go and turn the notifications on so that you make sure you get my stuff, because it's tricky. This algorithm stuff, we can't always rely on it. So yeah, go and do that. Go and pop that in. I'm just going to have a quick look up here because Deb you haven't had a chance to feel. Yes. So the pain in the shoulder blades, especially when it's in the back, it's like really suppressed heart energy, feeling energy that is trying to escape, and you're just not listening. You're just not letting it come up. If you can, Deb, get someone to rub a little bit of ice blue on your shoulders and just start to release any of that heaviness or that weight that's feeling like you can't express what you need to express. And then start using your floral oils to open up that heart space. You can drag away the stuff that's pulling you down, or you can open the heart meridian up like that. That's beautiful. Hey, Leanne, Bella. Yes. I hear you with that anxiety and that nervousness. It's an interesting place to live right now in the world. Like, we just don't know what's going to go on from one minute to the next. I feel though, Bella, that you are super empowered at the moment, and you are stepping up from maybe a space where you were sheltering yourself and not fully connecting in with your power. And now you're hooked up. And now you're like, okay, I'm still feeling a bit of that, but I also know what I need to do to get through it and how I'm going to actually work and move through this. Mel, go for it. It is absolutely none of your business what anybody else thinks of you or what the hell is going on. That's a big thing that I've learned, because I know not a lot of people, not everyone is going to like me, and not everyone is going to like you, and that's okay. That is absolutely okay. All right, Sarah Cole, 1987. I'm going to do a little bit of something for you. It is so interesting, isn't it, that we can do so much with just our birthday. Like, we can look at this and get so much insight and understanding into who we are and what we're doing and what's happening right now. How is this new moon affecting us right now? It is absolutely insane. And this is just like the first little part of what we can do with numerology. I also like to dig into our name at birth, because it just gives us an unbelievable amount of further depth, because it's so unique. Okay. So, Sarah, you are absolutely tapping into the collective consciousness. And I feel as though you're in a space where you're letting it disempower you because you're not exactly sure how to be of service or how to hook up and connect in and transmute the suffering or the pain that you're feeling. Or if your power's not high, you don't know how to stop it. And so you're letting it like drain you, and then you're feeling like there's not enough energy to do anything. And so then things get snappy, things get shut down, and we just disconnect ourselves from everything. So for you, you need to come back to that self-care space. Aroma Touch is fantastic for filling up the cup. And have a look at your boundaries, particularly your energetic and emotional boundaries, because you feel everything. You're absolutely feeling every single thing that's going on, whether you realize that or not. And you really need to work on protecting yourself to stop that draining you. Crystals are fantastic. Essential oils are fantastic. Cleansing yourself, grounding yourself, getting out in nature, letting the sun be on your skin and using that to cleanse yourself as well would be fantastic. Hey, Emily, how you going? Let's do yours. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that. And also feel free to tag anybody that you think would be interested in this. And then, like I was saying before, once you've shared it and commented, you'll go in the draw to win a numerology consult, which is so exciting. So Emily, the 1st to the 6th, 1990. Oops. Yes. 6, 7, 8. You're a straight 8, Emily. That's so interesting. And so you can feel with this new moon that shift and how that shift is empowering you and others. So you're one of those people that can step back and see how When somebody is going through something, that's their journey, that's their discovery, and that's what they need to learn and grow and be empowered. So by taking that away or trying to heal them, you're taking away that opportunity. So for you right now, you need to be the flame. You need to be that space where people can come, they can warm up, they can get some heat, and then they can go back and do what they need to do. You don't want to go around and try and be the flame for other people. You want to show them how they can be the flame. I hope that makes sense to you. 8 is such a phenomenally powerful number. And when you tap into that and you can absolutely see how abundant the universe is, whew, it is magic, absolutely magic. Sarah, yeah, you're so sensitive, Sarah. Oh, neck pain. So our neck is us stepping into this space where we are being inflexible. And Sarah, maybe you're holding on to this idea of the way that you have to serve and help other people in taking away their pain straight away. So maybe you could dig into that. Cypress would be nice on the back of your neck. And also like ice blue or something like that to help you loosen up and let go. Hey, Rach, thank you. It's Rachel's birthday next week. Isn't that amazing? Can you pop your date of birth in there for me again, Rachel, because I can't remember. There's a massive conversation here that I'm like flicking through. Hey, Erin. Hey. Let's do yours. 29th of the 4th, 1989. So if you guys are sharing this, please put in the comments so I know that you've shared it. And then I can go and do yours. And you also need to give me your date of birth. Please don't think that I remember it because I look at a lot of numbers. And because this is just stuff that comes to me intuitively, it's actually not me. It's my guides, let's say. 24/6. Okay, Erin Marie. I think that for you're the 24/6. So now it's about looking at and examining the spaces within your family and the relationships and what is going on with them. So what energy are you feeling in relation to them? I feel like this new moon is amplifying everything that's already going on. And so for you, I feel like you're a little bit disconnected there. I feel as though you're maybe not allowing that connection to flourish because there might be some past pain or hurt that you are either consciously or subconsciously protecting yourself from. And so you don't want to step into that space again. So that's what I feel like. I feel like it's really hard to connect in with you. And so I wonder if your family is feeling the same thing. Hey, Mel, let's do yours. 28th of the 6th, 1986. Thank you so much, Mel, for sharing. I really appreciate that. It's 24, 6, 16. 22. Hang on. Yes. Okay, master. No wonder you always have so much on the go, Mel. Oh my God. I find it really hard to keep up with your energy sometimes because you just go and go and go and go. So this is how you up level. You step from that space of trying to do all of the things and you start to be in this space of showing other people how they do all of the things. So instead of being down here in that worker bee space, you're stepping up into that queen bee space. How interesting is that came through when you just got a beehive? So it's not about you being that worker bee and going out and collecting the pollen and doing all the things and making the honey and doing all that stuff. You're the queen bee. You show and you guide and you teach and you let all of the other bees know what they need to do and where they need to be. That's how you up level in your life, in your business, in your in your energetic and emotional and spiritual self. That's what you need to do. Hey, Deb. You're always on here, Deb. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. The 4th of the 7th, 1961. 4, 7. And since you're on here all the time, you think I would remember, but I don't. Oh, 1910-1. Okay. Karma, Deb. That's possibly why you're feeling shut down and closed off, and you're feeling that pain in the back. That could be, I was thinking when you said that, it was like a stab in the back. Maybe you felt, and it doesn't just necessarily mean in this lifetime, but there could be a space where you felt betrayed. You felt as though someone that you trusted closely, really abused that trust, like a stab in the back, straight through the heart, which we know that's a vulnerable space, and we can't see that coming. So I think the universe is calling you and asking you to let go of that now. This is the time for you. We know that there is a huge vibrational shift and a frequency upgrade that we are all experiencing right now. And for you to be able to go to that next level and ascend or shift up to 5D or 4D or whatever it is that you want to do, you need to be able to heal that and let that go. So forgive would be beautiful. Tully actually was born with a scar on his back, which is very interesting because, and of course the doctors tried to tell me, oh, he must have scratched himself. Yeah, my newborn baby reached around and scratched his back. No. So maybe have a look and see if you've got any like physical signs of this pain, whether that be like a scar or skin discoloration or some type of shading or something on there that's an indicator. Frankincense is popping into my mind for you to use to heal that. So it could be in relation to male energy that has happened, or that you need to work on that male connection. Rachel, you are so true. You are so right. Forgive. Absolutely forgive. This is like a brilliant oil that we all need right now, in making space for all of us. I'm just going to flick back up because I wanted to do one for Lily. Hey, Lily, how you going? Okay. 30th of the 10th. Oh my gosh, Lily. You need some sleep help. $26, 8. Okay. I know Lily, and when I read people's numbers, I'm like, yeah, I can see that in their personality. So bubbly, so cheerful, so happy, so social, so fun and creative. But for you, I think you are lining up with the new moon dates. You're a 12-3 and the new moon is a 21-3. So you've just kind of flipped around the 1 and the 2. So instead of putting other people first, you really need to look at putting yourself first. You need to work on all of those self-care, those self-love, those self-confidence things for you first. And then from that space is when you create these beautiful, lasting and long-living partnerships, whether that be, like romantic relationships, or whether that be, friendships with genuine people. I mentioned sleep. That's a big thing for you, is getting something to help you in your sleep, and to stop you from feeling drained when you wake up, or your body not getting enough rest and repair, and that expression of your emotions and the way you feel. So I would be putting lavender all over your heart and rubbing it all the way up to your throat, and then working on doing this. And you could layer peppermint over the top, And that's just going to create this amazing fire within that heart space that then can come up and just be expressed out in a really beautiful way. So Lily, I hope that was amazing. Hey, Rose. Emily. Oh, Emily, I'm so great. I'm so glad that you said that. Rose, can you please put your date of birth in there again? I'm just flicking. Rachel, let's do yours because it's your birthday coming up. You know when you meet people and you just feel like you've known them forever? That's me with Rachel. I just feel like I've just known her my whole life. And I haven't. 6, 8. 5 plus 9 plus 8. Oh, 22. So, you are very similar to Mel in that capabilities and, hang on, just let me work this out again. Yeah, that's not right. I knew that wasn't right. 9. 9, 9, 9. 9, 9, 9. All of these 9s. And also, you're going into a big year. So, the 4 is so much about structure and foundations and organization and the way that we do the things that we do every single day. So I feel like for you, Rachel, these next 12 months is going to be a huge shift and a review. So it's not necessarily about not doing things the way that you do them now. It's more about just looking at them and being able to say, okay, well, am I going to keep doing that? Is that serving me, or am I going to let that go? And these 4 years are the biggest opportunity to actually look at and make changes. You might find you resist them a little bit, especially if you feel as though they're self-serving and not serving others, but it's needed. It is absolutely needed, because at this space in your life, you have so much freedom from understanding who you are and where you're going and what you're doing, and just that deep inner knowing of whether or not it aligns with you. So use this time and use this next week of celebrations as a beautiful time to acknowledge the 3s and the fun that you've had and what you've created in that space and how your life has changed, and then look at, okay, well, what does this mean for me going forward? And how can I change any of that now in this new energetic space that I'm shifting to? It's totally different from the 3s, totally different. So it's like a step up from that childlike energy of the 3 into a more responsible and grounded energy of the 4. So you're going into a really, really nice space. Kate, let's do one for you. 20th of the 1st, 1987, 2-1. Yeah, you're a 10-1. So you might be struggling at the moment with this change in energy and this shift and focus away from the start, and it's more focused on the end. So you're really familiar with starting new things and moving on and being the pioneer and the leader and kind of showing other people the way. But at the moment, you're being called to step back and slow down and just take it at a different pace and just release. Not always be driving, but relax into and allow, and just the energy will flow. So that is your gift or challenge that you would be focusing on at the moment. And I would absolutely look at Cypress is like the number 1 oil that comes up for me. Balance would be fantastic. Anything at all to slow you down and just let you allow instead of always feeling like you need to push. I'm just going to quickly look. I thought I just saw. Oh, Lily, spot on about the sleep. So what happens with your sleep is when you go to sleep, it's not always that you might be asleep, but you're off working in other realms whilst you sleep. So this energetic work creates etheric baggage, and it's so draining. It doesn't happen to me, but it definitely happens to Luke. And I know other people, and I can just see it in them. They're just tired, and they just don't feel as though their body is rested. Lily, I will get you an amazing oil that you can use that will help. I'll ask Bernadette to bring it in for you. I can't see where Rose commented. She's gone. Okay, but I just saw... Why can't I see what I want to see? No, done. Courtney, let's do yours. 19th. So whenever we see the 19, we know that there's an element of karma that needs to be worked through. But let's see exactly 23. And remember, when you share, you get to go in the draw to win that amazing monthly prize. 9. So the 9 is coming up again, and this is for you, Courtney, in that idea that the 9 is about the endings. It's about being of service. It's about love and compassion for everyone, just because, for no reason. And so we see there's so much suffering that's happening at the moment. Especially there's plenty here in Australia. I've heard some horrific stories of things that are happening in Victoria. And so your gift is being able to help to heal that without even needing to be there. So you can connect into that collective consciousness vibration and send love and send, cleansing light or high vibrations or whatever you want to do. But, you need to make sure that you're protecting yourself. And I was saying this to Sarah before. You need to keep your vibration high to be able to be of service. So, and when you bring yourself down to the same level as somebody else, you're not helping. You're on the same level. You need to be above. You need to show compassion and show love and support and guide, but don't allow your vibration to drop. So I would surround yourself with tools that work for you in raising your vibration. Listening to music, high frequency vibrational music is a fantastic and really simple way you can do that. Using essential oils is, amazing. And using those ones that ground you down and keep you connected. So you don't want to be in that space where you're so heavenly, like you're scattered or your energy is everywhere, that you cannot be of service. So grounding yourself down with balance, using oils like On Guard to protect your energy, connecting in and resting well at night with oils like cedarwood and marjoram so that you're serving your community in your sleep, but you're resting your body at the same time. So that's what I would do for you, Courtney. I think that's absolutely where you're at. And I thought there was another one. Isabella. Hey, Isabella, I'm so glad you joined us. The 15th of the 2nd. And thank you so much for sharing it. 6, 2. I'm seeing so many 1990s birthdays coming up at the moment, which is so interesting. Like the 9s, that replication of the 9 that keeps popping up. So for you, there's like a challenge within yourself that's in relation to the family and whatever it is that you define as your family. So we get stuck in this idea of our family is, the people that we're born from. but sometimes that is extended out into the people that we work with, our friends, you know, and we might consider those as soul family. So I feel as though at the moment you're really hooking up and connecting into your soul family, and that they are the guiding light for you at the moment. There's respect, there's blessings, there's love from that physical family that brought you into this world, that helped to nurture and grow you to the point that you're at now. But for you to continue to progress, you really need to reach out to that soul family. You need to connect up with them and ask them for advice and them for guidance. And it might not always be in this physicality. It could be, you know, energetic beings that are helping you. It could be, you know, people on the other side of the world that you randomly meet. But be really aware in this next lunar cycle of the accidental or coincidental meetings that you have, of the people's paths that you cross. And it might be more than once that you bump into them or you see them, but you will know it. You will feel it when it's right, and lean into that and try and work out what that is and how that can help you to grow in this next phase. I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I've been going for a while now. So, thank you so much to everybody that joined in and commented and shared. And I'm going to be back next week at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday. And we can do this all again. And I will have something else that's come up and we can talk about. So thank you again for sharing. And remember, you're all going in the draw. So just make sure you go and like my page as well. And we'll draw a winner in October for the amazing numerology consultation. If you can't wait, you can book in for a consultation now. I'll drop a link in the comments. Or if you don't have oils yet, please, I'm your gal. Reach out and let's get this organized, and we can do this on a deeper level to discover exactly what it is going on for you. All right. Love you guys. Good night.